Alright, lesson 6.1, Angles of Polygons. So there are a couple of different things that we're going to do here. And again, this is going to be really important you read directions. So it says find the interior angle sum. Okay, that's important. Angle sum for each polygon. Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, and so one of the things we see is this word regular. Okay, so what does the word regular mean? All regular means is that every angle in the polygon is congruent as well as every side length. So a basic example would be an equilateral triangle. All the sides are equal and all the angles we said earlier when we learned that were 60 degrees. Another basic example of a regular polygon would be a square, because in a square all the sides are equal as well as all the angles. They're 90 degrees. So a regular 15-agon, so there's a formula for the sum. So whenever we see sum, the formula is this: 180 times parentheses n minus 2. And n is the number of sides. Okay, so in problem number 1, we would do 180 times 15 minus 2. So obviously you're going to want to have a calculator here to be able to do this. So type that in, and we get 2,340, and it would be in degrees. Okay, number 2, a regular quadrilateral. So we're going to have to know some terms here. Quadrilateral means four sides. So 4 sides would be 180 times 4 minus 2, and if we do that we get 360. Okay, what about this next one, number 3? Well, the first thing we've got to do here, we got to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a septagon or heptagon, whatever we want to say. So 180 times 7 minus 2. So we do that, 180 times 7 minus 2, and we get 900 degrees. So that one's pretty straightforward, just using a formula. Okay, what about the next ones? The next ones say find the measure of one interior angle. Okay, so if we want just one interior angle, the first thing we have to do is find the sum of the interiors. So we got to use that formula above. So we got to do 180 times 17 minus 2. So if we do that, 180 times 17 minus 2, we get 2,700. Now, that's the sum of all the angles. What we're looking for is 1. So what we have to do then is we've got to take the sum, which is 2,700, and we're going to divide that by 17, because that means there's 17 angles. So we divide that by 17, and we get, okay, so here we get a decimal, and it says round to the nearest tenth. That would be 1 decimal place. So that would be 158.8 degrees. Okay, what about number 5? Okay, first thing we're going to do, count the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a dodecagon. So 12, so we do what we did over here, 180 times 12 minus 2. So it's going to be 1,800. And then we're going to take 1,800 and divide that by 12. And 1,800 divided by 12. And we get 150. So each one of those angles is 150 degrees. Alright, the last one. It says find the measure of one exterior angle. Okay, now let's first identify what is an exterior angle. Okay, an exterior angle is just when you take a side and extend it, the angle you get on the outside. That would be an exterior angle. This would be an interior angle. So we've just been doing what are the interior angles. Now we're going to do exterior. So the first thing you want to know here is this. The sum of the exterior, I'm going to abbreviate here, angles is 360 degrees. Always. That is always true. Doesn't matter how many sides it has, the sum of the exteriors is always 360. So, knowing that, what we want to do, I'm going to erase that now. Knowing that, what we want to do is we want to take how many sides it has, and ever how many sides it has is how many exterior angles it has. So we're going to take the sum, which is 360, and divide that by 19. So in this case, we don't have to use a formula to find the sum of them. We always know it's going to be 360. So we do 360 divided by 19, and we get 18.9 degrees. All right, the next one, we take 360 divided by 14. So 360 divided by 14, and we get 25.7 degrees. Okay, the last one, again, 1, 2, count your sides. That's a pentagon. So we take 360 divided by 5. I think that's 72, and it is 72 degrees. So it's real important you read directions, because if you don't, you may use the wrong formula, use the wrong relationship. But otherwise, this is relatively simple. You just have to make sure you know what it exactly is you're looking for and which formula or relationship to use.